While marketing mix models provide a wide range of insights, their primary purpose is to drive ROI-informed budget reallocations. So, since insights without action equals overhead, it follows that before committing to your next model update, it's important to quantifiably verify that your prior model investments are in fact being acted upon. Unfortunately, this step is rarely taken, and routine mixed model updates are all too often rubber stamped as little more than a necessary cost of doing business. While mixed modeling in general is absolutely a worthwhile endeavor, if in your organization their insights are unworthy of action, they are also, unfortunately, unworthy of continued investment. So, priority one for every mixed model deliverable should be to drive and verify usage. To be sure, the necessary first step in this process is routinely delivered by every mixed model analysis, that being the quantification of total marketing ROI trends. However, the analytically more challenging, but not impossible, next step of quantifying the ROI impact of historical and thereby potentially mixed model informed spend mix changes is rarely, if ever, addressed, let alone featured. But what if it was? What might that look like? As shown in this example, we see the type of success story all of us in the industry hope to achieve, where model-informed budget reallocations drove a strong 39% ROI increase, more than offsetting the 4% decline that would have occurred if marketing costs and effectiveness were the only factors in play. This generally omitted step is mission critical if you truly want to maximize the return on your marketing mix modeling investments. Then, while comprehensively executing the full array of traditional mixed model analyses, it's important to also repeatedly reinforce the value of converting model-derived budget allocation insights into real-world action. In this example, we see a granular tactic-level performance summary containing not only standard metrics on spend, execution, ROI, effectiveness, and cost, but also the underpinnings of how and why spending changes on the tactic impacted overall marketing ROI. In this example, the prior model revealed the tactic's below average ROI, driving a reduction in its share of spend, resulting in a positive impact on total marketing ROI. And the spend mix focus should never get lost, even during the potentially overwhelming process of providing full granular detail on all standard mixed model metrics and analyses of sales and performance trends, revenue change due to analysis, sales decompositions, etc. Why? Because budget allocation is the only ROI driver that is 100% within marketers' control. All the discussion up to this point has been framed within the context of independently analyzing a single mixed model. However, there's an additional Achilles heel of mixed model institutionalization that can and should also be addressed, which is the absence of a mechanism to continually accumulate knowledge across the array of independent models that have been produced over time, across brands, or across geographies, regardless of the combination of modeling vendors that were used to produce the models. For example, focusing on the budget reallocation case study we just explored, we saw that brand A was a mixed model success story by driving ROI growth through model-informed budget reallocations. Conversely, the same cannot be said for brand B, where despite guidance from the prior year's model, the net of share of spend changes was nonetheless shifted toward below average ROI tactics. This is a case of mixed modeling being an overhead expense worthy of consideration for discontinued investment, unless the barriers between insight and action can be identified and removed. Similarly, the wisdom of brand C's continued mixed model investment is also worth investigating, given its ROI crippling decision to drop previously model identified above average performers from the mix while retaining low ROI tactics. If you would like to address these issues within your organization, I'd be happy to help, regardless of what combination of mixed modeling vendors you are using or have used in the past. I don't need any proprietary information or model coefficients, only a small subset of standard model inputs and outputs for up to 100 models and 100 marketing variables per model. The final deliverable of our low-cost consulting engagement will require very little effort from you to produce, but it will give you back countless hours of time while providing easy access to comprehensive and enriched insights from up to 100 independent mix models. And once delivered, it will remain permanently in your possession. If you'd like to discuss, you can reach me either through LinkedIn or at my personal email address shown on the screen. Thanks in advance for your consideration and have a great day.